It's griddle time. Good morning, everybody. We are camping in our RV out here at the Crater of Diamonds in Arkansas, and it is beautiful. It's a state park. We are going to be hunting for diamonds out here when the rain settles down in a couple days. We are going to be cooking breakfast burritos with sauteed onions, eggs, shredded cheese, some diced potatoes, and I think a little bit of hot sauce for myself. So let's get started. This time we are using Costco's Kirkland thick sliced bacon. I have the griddle on high. It's starting to smoke. I'm going to turn them both down now, all the way low. And this is going to allow us to cook it a little bit faster, but still slow and low. Now I'm only cooking this until the edges start to brown and it starts to curl up a little bit on the ends. And then we'll flip them and it should be about done. All right, these have been on for a couple minutes now. And you can see they're pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and flip them. You can see how it's curling up so much. That's because I started it with such a higher heat, which if you did it from a cold griddle, that typically doesn't happen that bad. It's been a couple minutes since it's been on this side, so flipping it one more time, take a look. Actually, that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna let it cook a little bit more on the first side. All right, I think I'm gonna take them off now, and they'll cook a little bit more while still on the paper towel. Now for some grilled onions. I already pre-cut these. I'm not gonna do anything with this griddle. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw them on there, and that's probably too much, but so I'm just gonna throw a handful on there for a couple burritos. And for these, I'm gonna go ahead and turn them up about halfway and go ahead and saute them. The nice thing with this spatula is it's pretty sharp edges, so I can go like that and just cut them really easily on this griddle top. Let these cook for a little bit and I'll scoot them over and start some potatoes. For the potatoes, we found these refrigerated Simply Potatoes diced potatoes, and they actually worked really well the last time we tried it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a little bit of grapeseed oil. Spread that around a little bit. Dump some potatoes on. Probably don't need a lot, but I'm gonna cook the rest of it, I guess. Now to soften them up, what I'm gonna use is the dome, and I'm gonna use a little bit of water to surround. I might need to put it right in there. And then that'll steam these potatoes and soften them up before I brown them. Okay, so the onion side I'm gonna turn back down, let those caramelize a little bit over time because I still gotta cook these potatoes and then eggs. For the potatoes, I'm gonna use a little bit more water. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in the middle. Now water is gonna heat up and create steam in there. Okay, we're gonna check on the potatoes again. This time I'm gonna go ahead and move them around a little bit because they are starting to brown. This time I'm gonna add a little bit of grapeseed oil. And then cover it. All right, it's been about another minute or so. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the dome and we will start searing these. So I'm gonna turn this up pretty high because I really wanna brown these pretty good. Add a little salt, pepper, and one of my favorites, garlic powder. A little bit more grapeseed oil. These are browning really nice, and I still have this side up 100% all the way, and this side down all the way. And in fact, these onions are looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and just set them aside in a cool section, or one of the cooler sections, and just let them sit there and caramelize and warm up a little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of butter to the potatoes, help brown them a little bit more, give them a little bit of flavor. All right, I think it's time. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this all the way down for now. Since it's so hot compared to that side, I can turn it all the way down and get my eggs ready to cook. And we'll do one more little flipperoo here. They're looking really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put them aside. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and mix the onions up in there. Why not? And scoot all that aside. Now it's probably still a little bit too hot, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cool it down a little bit with some cold water. While I do like to cook my eggs thin and fast, it might have been a little too hot. So I'm gonna add some butter to the area where I'm gonna cook and then flip my eggs. And the way I do it is I like to hold my spatula in one hand and crack it with my left. That way, as I break it, I can break the yolks. And I like to spread the eggs out kind of thin. Do a little seasoning on these eggs, a little salt, a little pepper. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and just start flipping them. And now we're gonna go ahead and roll it. Now I'm just gonna chop this stuff up. And mix all of it together. Now in preparation for the tortillas, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn these off for a moment. And now that I have them off and it's cooling down a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and move this around one more time and move it aside. I'm gonna be using 2 flour tortillas and then my fiber ones that I like, just because I have one left and I need to use it. So let's go ahead and put these on here. I'm using a little bit of freshly shredded medium cheddar from Costco. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this quesadilla cheese because it's pretty good. And this one, she does not want bacon. Oh, got a little tear, but that's okay. This one's gonna be mine. Of course, I want bacon, so I'm just gonna put a couple shredded medium cheddar, some of the quesadilla cheese, and my favorite Tapatio hot sauce. And let's wrap it. These are fairly thin, so I'm trying not to rip them. Ah, see, it's already ripped right there. And the fiber one. Okay, hers, mine, and whoever's. So I'm gonna turn this one back on so I can toast the tortillas a little bit. Let's see how they're doing. They are browning nicely. And here we have it, guys. The bacon, egg, cheese, and potato with hot sauce breakfast burrito.